Hello and a warm welcome to the 2010 hands-free FIM World Superbike Championship. Jonathan Green reporting from round 8 of the Misano World Circuit at the Adriatic coast in the shadow of the Republic of San Marino. Misano, which is just along the coast from Rimini, is known as the Italian Riviera, and each summer thousands of holidaymakers flock to the sun-drenched beaches for a well-earned break, with some stunning countryside, great food and higher than average temperatures for that all-important tan. It's also been one of the favourite homes for superbike fans and racers alike. The circuit, perched just off the main A14, about an hour from Bologna, is just a hop, skip and a jump from the famous beaches. And the World Superbike weekend always has a summer holiday feel to it. This year, the riders paraded their bikes through the streets of San Marino and then hit the beach for their annual beach volleyball tournament. But once the fun in the sun was done, it was down to the serious business in hand of the world title fight. In what's been one of the closest championships in the history of the sport, all the top teams have been testing at the Misano circuit over the 10 days leading up to the race weekend, with less than half a second separating the top 10 riders. For the first time in Superbike history, Aprilia led both the riders and the manufacturers' championship, with their Italian rider Max Biaggi determined to hold on to his vein of form, which saw him take a double win last time out in the USA. So often when you see a win or pole position, it's a rider who takes the credit for the work, and of course he needs to put in the time and deliver on the track. But there's a host of workers behind the scenes putting in just as much work. This week, Steve Martin goes behind the scenes at Kawasaki to find out what's being done before each practice session.
We're here in Kawasaki Racing Team. It's 20 minutes until these bikes have to be on the track. Absolutely hard to believe. 4 bikes still not ready. Let's have a chat to some of the guys and find out what it is they're actually doing to the bikes just before Superpole here today. Dan, can you give me an idea about what it is that you're doing to Christopher Mulin's bike?
Just the last few minute checkovers. We're doing setting changes, check the brakes, checking the airbox, refueling, and just any other maintenance that needs doing to the bikes.
Thank you very much. Let's go and have a look at Tom Sykes' machines over here and see what they're doing to Tom's bikes. We've got Adam here. Adam, can you just give me a quick run over about what you're doing to Tom Sykes' bike to get it ready for Superpole this afternoon?
Similar thing to what's going on Chris's side. Good spanner check of the bike, drain the fuel off from first free practice. We're just making a few adjustments to the front suspension, dropping the bike down a touch. Hopefully that'll work for Tom in Superpole.
Excellent, thanks a lot, Adam. There's one more guy over here doing an interesting job. We've got Matteo. He's on clutch duty on Tom Sykes' second bike. We can't talk to him because he's a little bit busy, but if you just shoot round here, you can just see Matteo down here has been working hard on, he's just had that clutch out and putting it in. There's many things that he could have been doing. He could have been making changes to the performance of the clutch or putting in some new plates to get it ready for Tom Sykes. So obviously Tom going to have 2 good machines ready for Superpole this afternoon, and good to see Kawasaki doing an absolutely fantastic job.
His closest rival, Leon Haslam of Britain on the Suzuki, went into qualifying knowing that there would be a cauldron-like atmosphere in the Misano sun, especially with a partisan Italian crowd willing Biaggi on for another win. Haslam only just squeezed into Superpole 3, was only fast enough for a second-row start, out-qualified for the first time by his teammate Sylvain Guintoli of France. Biaggi on the Aprilia was fast and made the front row along with Crutchlow and Fabrizio. And the pole was something quite special for one man and one team. Troy Corser has always been the king of Superpole, but his 43rd pole position was right from the top draw as he blitzed the field by over half a second to take BMW's first ever pole position. Troy has now taken 6 pole positions at Misano for 5 different manufacturers, an incredible feat. BMW were finally ready to win, and Corser was ready to make it happen. So as Max Biaggi headed to the line for race 1, he was mindful that his closest rival, Leon Haslam, would start from the second row at a track where there's few places to overtake. But perhaps Biaggi's concern was the fellow 39-year-old Troy Corser, who started from pole position for the 6th time at Misano, but more importantly, BMW's first ever pole. Now could Corser convert it into their first race win? Let's find out as we head to the start of race 1. Away they go, and a good start from both the Aprilia and the BMW, but who's going to take the whole shot? Biaggi is.
Biaggi.
Nice move from Max Biaggi. Oh, and he goes wide, and Corsa goes back into the lead.
Brilliant there, someone wide. Fabrizio in fourth and Checker in third position there at the moment. Good start by Carlos Checker.
Cracking start from Troy Corsa. I asked him in an interview last night whether he could maintain the pace for the whole race. Ooh, jostling for position in midfield there. The Honda involved looked like Jonathan Ray. And he said, yes, they can. Yeah, better start from Noriyuki Honda. Needs to find that reign of form, though, that he hasn't had in the last few races. Although, to be fair, he was up there at Miller. Oh, big crash!
That's Crutchlow. Crutchlow's lost the front again.
Winner in Supersport here last year, down in the dirt here. All his own fault?
Pretty much. It's the way he has the bike set up. And I'm not saying it's the way he has the bike set up, but it's the way he likes to ride the bike. He has a lot of weight on the front of the bike and guaranteed. Oh, it looks like he's either hit the foot peg or lost the front there. Something's grounded out there.
Crutchlow loses out, Massimo Meregali.
But he always has a front end lose. It's never a high side, and he has a lot of weight on the front to try and get the bike to turn. He just needs to perhaps work a little bit more on that setup. He crashed here in the test as well, similar sort of style.
Faster lap by Corsa that last time, 1:37.096, and Biaggi only 2:10 slower. Checker right there at 1:37.3. So there's nothing between them. And Guintoli actually quicker than all of them out there in that last lap, and that's why at the back of this pack, once again, through goes Haslam. Does he make it stick this time?
It's very difficult to pass there, but let's see if he can hold it tight.
Nice move. Back with the main group.
Yeah, Haga 7/10 of a second off the pace of the front guys at the moment, so you know, he's still got a little bit of work to do if he's going to, in my mind, keep his ride next year now. Well, he's just pulled out one more tenth over Max Biaggi, and that 1/10, it doesn't seem like a lot to you or me, but to Max Biaggi, it's a mental blow because you can see 1/10. You can see the guy in front pull away.
No, that's not good news for BMW. Ruben Zaust not crashing, but a mechanical problem by the looks of things.
Yeah, it's hard to say what's going on there. But,
let's have a look. Oh, well,
yeah.
now it's not.
Okay.
You might want to call that electrical, but I won't.
No, that's a weird problem. That is. It looks like some oil leaking from inside the panels there because the bike was still running, so it wasn't a mechanical failure, more of oil leaking from somewhere.
And to be fair, the BMW hasn't gone bang too many times, has it?
No, it hasn't. It's one of the strong points of the BMW.
Well, Corsa will or will not be aware that his teammate has gone out. Camia makes a move on Haga. Makes it stick. Oh, no, he doesn't. Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. But can he hold it tight through the quirk yet? I would imagine he would. The Aprilia doesn't seem to be as nimble.
Cool. Camia's not going to help Haslam in any way, and he's helping his teammate big time.
He certainly is. That's a very good move by him. The BMW is a much more nimble machine, and it's got a very strong engine, and it's got new technology in the head. Well, it hasn't done him any harm, and Sylvain Guintoli is riding the best I've seen him in a long time. So it certainly helped him.
Distinct gap now between the top three and Fabrizio in fourth place. In fact, 1.6 seconds adrift now, Fabrizio and Guintoli.
Biaggi goes past.
Wow, and while I'm looking at fourth, Biaggi finally makes his move. And I don't think it was a mistake from Corsa, but Corsa has got it right back.
Biaggi made a mistake and Corsa attacks back.
Race is on for sure, though. Oh, now! Different line from Corsa out of Tremonto. Gets the run.
Biaggi just basically went in there. He slowed the whole group down then to get that pass like he did. But let's see what Corsa can do now. Let's see how fast that BMW is.
Oh, and it's fast. This is really tough at Covone. And Corsa almost gets past, but Biaggi holds on to it.
Yeah, Corsa just gets it backing in a little bit there.
Last time out, 37.3 for Biaggi, 37.3 for Corsa. Checker just a tenth away from that, and that's why he's right there on the number 7 machine.
Not many laps to go now. 6 laps left out of 24. 100 kilometres long these races are. They use 24 litres of fuel. That's a maximum Corsa sideways into there. That actually helps him to turn. We see him go into the corners a lot like that, and he's right on the end. Looks at the inside.
Can't quite do it this time.
But Checker goes through.
Oh, Checker's taken Corsa, and Corsa's very upset with that.
Shaking his head there.
He knew he made a mess of that.
I don't know if he made a mess. I think he expected Biaggi braked a little bit earlier than he thought. He nearly ran into the back of Biaggi.
So that's why.
That's what happened, Tardozzi there. It's not over yet, though. There's still 6 laps left. A lot can happen in 6 laps.
Here we go then, last corner, and Biaggi looks as though he's got this in the bag. Max Biaggi on 3 out of 3 now, 2 in the USA, and now here again in Misano he takes the win. A brilliant win at home.
I have to say, first of all, I'm very pleased with this result. Again, in Italy it's always something really, really special for us. But I couldn't think it was possible to do like that, something like that. When I checked the lap time on my screen, I saw the lap time was very high. But still, if I push, I make a mistake. And the Troy was in front of me, was making good rhythm for this condition. And so I tried to stay calm and to not over-accelerate where it's slippery, and try to stay on. Then I have a chance to overtake him, but it was very hard. It was hard. Today is really, really hard. Tires moving around, the bike is always spinning and moving. But again, we did it. I'm very happy, and I feel kind of comfortable. And this track is a lot of trouble during the bumping on braking, especially the front tires. So, but it's the same condition for everybody.
So Biaggi celebrates his 39th birthday in style with his 3rd win in a row and increases his championship lead to 32 points, as Haslam is only able to muster 8th place overall. Checker and Corsa proved that they had the staying power and would be a factor in race 2. On then to race 2 from round 8 at Misano, and with Biaggi leading by the biggest margin of the year, Leon Haslam knew he needed a blinding start to stay with the leading pack in hope of scoring important points. Corsa and Checker made adjustments in the break between races, but would it be enough to stop Biaggi getting another double? Let's find out as we head to the start of race 2. Race 2, Misano, round 8, away they go, but Biaggi flies off the line, and the Aprilia is an absolute missile. Alitalia have once again taken off.
And Checker, another brilliant start. Fabrizio through. One of the Yamahas runs wide there. And looks like Corsa's going to go around the outside again.
Oh! Corsa takes the lead, and Checker's going to take advantage of it.
Yeah, Checker's got a good drive up the inside there now. Checker should dive up the inside, and he does.
Great start, and look at this, Fabrizio's in the mix.
Thank you very much.
They have all just duffed up Max Biaggi. They have just ruffled his hair, quite simply that.
Max Biaggi's going to have to work for it now.
And the smoke goes off, it's a green haze, but it's a blue and white BMW emerging from the smoke into Quercia.
And Fabrizio's got the bit between it, and there's, is that...
Whoa! Sitting up.
Johnny Ray up the inside there.
What a dramatic start to race 2. And Fabrizio's not done either.
Let's...
Wow, into Tremonto they go, and onto the fastest part of this circuit. Corsa leads. 7 is Checker in 2nd place, with Biaggi recovering now.
And that's Haslam there in 4th position as well. So
he got the start I was hoping he'd get.
Yeah, and the one he was hoping he'd get too.
Yeah, I'm just trying to hope that the championship stays close. Blasting off the start line and into the first corner.
Biaggi looks up the inside, can't do anything about it.
Haslam just waiting for his moment. Crutchlow, the fastest man.
Fabrizio goes through.
Go on.
And he holds it too. Good move by Fabrizio there.
So finally the factory Ducatis have come to play. I was just about to tell you, Crutchlow did a 1:36.5, and he's now just put in the best lap of the day.
Well, the new lap record.
And the new lap record. So impressive to see Yamaha getting back to their testing times now, in terms of they were on the pace at the tests, and that's why this is so close this weekend, is but everybody's tested here.
Now I can see Cal.
Now I can see Biaggi. He's just got past Checker, or has he? No. Yes. No.
Whoa.
Yes.
Haslam moving around there. Yeah.
Look how quickly Fabrizio's caught up with
Haslam up the inside.
Nice move.
But he's not wide. Both of them.
Whoa! And sitting up Crutchlow. Look at this. Now you can see him.
Yep, there he is. Yeah, Crutchlow. I'll tell you what, if there's one aggressive guy out there, it is Crutchlow, Cal Crutchlow.
Yeah, and you know what? Haslam, Crutchlow, it's going to be interesting.
He actually looks aggressive sitting in his chair having dinner, doesn't he? So.
And Fabrizio looking far better than he did before. He was monkeying around with that little toy before the race. We saw him. But he's now very serious indeed about winning this race.
Crutchlow and Haslam both catch up.
Whoa! Fabrizio takes the lead.
Yeah.
Wow!
Yeah, Fabrizio's fast there, isn't he?
No kidding. That's twice he's done that.
Yeah, good passing opportunity right there.
He is an amazing enigma, really, isn't he? When he's brilliant, he's brilliant.
He is.
This is a la Bruno, isn't it? When he won his first race. Let's another look at it.
Just leaves the brake off, leaves Corsa with nowhere to go, makes Corsa run a little bit wide.
Great move.
Yeah, it is.
Now, let's see if Corsa can react. And let's see if Biaggi will surprise him by going up the inside into Quercia.
Not that time, but Fabrizio did a good job because he's already just started to pull out a tenth over Corsa. Let's see what Corsa can do, though. Can he pull it back?
Let's just remember.
Biaggi again in the same spot.
Into Tramonto, and Corsa can do nothing about it.
That is exactly where he got taken last time by Biaggi.
But this is where Corsa's quick, so if he gets up the inside here quick, but he's not close enough, is he?
Well, he's close, believe you me. He's not quick there. He's quick through this next section right here. But the problem is it's very, very difficult to pass. Right here is where Troy Corsa's quick. But I wouldn't say that Max Biaggi is exactly slow.
No. I'll tell you what, the Italians can forget football for a while when you've got two Italians on two Italian-manufactured bikes. Side by side down the straight in Italy. Oh, there's no room there, surely! And he does make it. How? I'll never know. And Biaggi hits the front again, but Fabrizio's not done yet as he sideswipes him. Does he? Yes!
Fabrizio's up the inside.
Yes!
That's incredible. Those two guys have got history too, so I'll tell you what.
They've got presence right now.
That move there was the move of an 18-year-old.
Not presence of mind, mind you, as
Max Biaggi.
Haslam gets it wrong?
No, well, let's just talk about that move by Max Biaggi. That was a move of an 18-year-old. It was awesome.
Yeah, well, he's 39 yesterday.
That's right.
So he's thinking 18.
He is.
But running 39.
I think he's thinking, I want to win this championship. And Haslam makes a move now.
Well, Haslam knows that if he wants to win the championship, he needs points, especially when this man is leading. He's losing by 32 points right now, so he needs to get onto a podium. Biaggi's building his lead. Half a second he now has on Fabrizio, and they've got 1.5 seconds over Haslam in third. Corsa's not out of it, but he's 1.8 seconds behind and going through his shot right now. Oh!
That's one of the Yamahas.
That is James Toseland.
Oh, let's hope he's okay. We haven't seen James.
We have now.
Well, there's his bike. Move that out of the way.
Two-time world champion, quick to get back on, and he had a long run there, so it flipped him a long way. Here's another look.
Well, we can't really see what happened, but it's got to be a front end lose there. Let's see, you're on the brakes in there.
Oh, Massimo Meregali spotted it quick too. One of my bikes is down.
Yeah, and Crutchlow's through now.
And again, shaking his head because it's Quercia all over again for Corsa. That's where he lost places last time. And it's both Crutchlow and Checker who've gone through.
Yeah, I want to have a look at Fabrizio's body language now to see if it was the same as it was at the start of the race.
it's elbows out. I've got to defend, is what the body language says.
There goes
Too late.
Haslam. There goes Haslam.
Well, he's got the whole 66 World Cup team on his helmet, and they've just pushed him forward and into a better position and past Fabrizio in turn one. He just did a Fabrizio to him.
Yeah, but to be honest, Haslam's bike's hardly faster in a straight line than the Ducati. It should be a lot faster. Yeah, to be fair, Shaky Burn's not that far behind at all. He's only 11 seconds, it sounds bad, 11 seconds behind, but he's only 5 seconds behind Haslam in second place.
And again, no change for Haga. 10th position, nowhere really when you consider Fabrizio is fighting for a podium.
Yeah, but at least Haga now is starting to do some decent times. 37.3 from Haga. Compare that to Fabrizio, 37.7 at the moment, and Haslam, 37.8.
Misano, magic for Max! Fantastic race! Biaggi wins it. Crossing the line comes Haslam, 4 seconds in the end. Fabrizio takes third, important one for him. Crutchlow takes fourth.
I guess it's a great honor to be back to do 1 and 2 here in Milan, in Misano Grand Prix. What I can say is fantastic weekend. We work a lot during this weekend. After race 1, we didn't change so much. Condition getting just a little bit better, but confidence raised up once more. And since the start, I have a little bit of wobbling with Troy and Michelle. We touch each other, but we stay on. that was good. And then I try to focus and to be very precise on my line, and it was okay. You know, I'm very happy and satisfied. I want to thanks to all my sponsors. You know, Aprilia, of course, is manufacturing Alitalia, Eni, Pirelli, Sterigard, Suomi, everybody. They are aboard of us, and we are making all together, you know, the big dream come true. So I'm very satisfied.
.37 points, yeah, 307 to 270. Checker still in third. Ray losing ground, and he'll want to bounce back in the Czech Republic. Haga likewise. Three men have dominated this year's Supersport Series: Spain's Juan Lascaux, former champion Kenan Sofuoglu, and Ireland's Eugene Laverty. Sofuoglu took victory in the last race in the USA, but Laverty has 4 wins to his name, while the Spaniard Lascaux has just 1. Here at Misano, there would be other factors as well, as the pole was won by an Italian. Racing at home, Michel Pirot and his fellow countryman Roberto Tamburini would also start from the front row as a wild card. Laverty would start the race 6 points adrift of Kenan Sofuoglu, with Lascaux 8 behind him. Let's head to the start of the race for Supersport, round 8. Out go the lights and away we go, and a good start from Laverty.
Kenan Sofuoglu got off the line well too, and he needed to from the second row. Let's see how many places he can make up.
Oh, well, Lascaux!
Gino Ria, is that Ria?
Yeah, it is.
Around the outside.
Gino Ria leads the race. Unbelievable. The Englishman in his rookie year taking the lead for the first time this season.
Lascaux looks up the inside though.
He means business. We haven't talked about how somebody might just upset the apple cart. Well, it is Gino Ria.
Yeah, we didn't figure him into the factor, did we?
What a start. And he has got his tail up. The Intermoto guy representing the Czech team, and what a time it would be if he could get up on the podium or even win the race, as he loses that lead now to Juan Lascaux.
Yeah, but Lascaux has obviously got a little bit more punch. Someone goes there. There's one of the Tenkata riders. That was Pirot that ran wide. And look at Kenan Sofuoglu, who's up to 4th already. Best lap by Pirot, 40.2. The pole man down in 6th position. He got a shot from the start. Look at that.
Going through. And Laverty made up on... well, he made up 2 places in those 3 corners. Brilliant. He now leads.
That's the way to get through there, isn't it?
Yeah, he really muscled his way. First of all, on Gino Ria in the first corner. And look, here's another look at it. Well, that was actually a Honda going too wide and high.
Pirot diving up the inside of Chaz Davies there, but he couldn't make it stick, and Chaz just turned it back up the inside of him.
Tamburini's dropped to 10th place now. The Grieve's still in 11th, Salom 12th, Pryor 13th, Lund and Palumbo in 15th place.
Kenan Sofuoglu goes through, makes a move up the inside. So Kenan Sofuoglu just moves up into 3rd position now, which is what he needs to do, because Eugene Laverty's starting to extend that lead. 39.5 from Laverty.
And Sofuoglu does a 39.4. He's quicker than everybody in that last lap. There he is.
Yeah, he needs to be, because he's got a second gap to catch back up to Laverty.
So this race starting to settle down and spread out somewhat. Laverty trying to crack it, but he's not the fastest man out there at the moment. Oh, no! Oh, no. At Misano corner, Pirot and, sadly, the man going so strong, Gino Ria, are out. And Ria says, that was your fault, my friend.
It was Pirot's fault, 100%.
And that's out of a romantic Chris Ria song, rather than a race not good. And that was Pirot's fault.
100%. Goes in too hot. The rear wheel off the ground, bangs into the back of Gino Ria. He just went in way too hot there, and I'd say he's laying down more in disgust than being injured.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see that Gino's okay, but just when things were going well for him. But look at the gap now that Eugene Laverty's developed between the top 3. It was very close indeed. In fact, just a lap ago, it was half a second. And I've got a feeling that when we come to finish this lap, it's going to be quite significantly more.
Yeah, because what Eugene Laverty's done... Oh, look, up the inside goes Kenan. He can't hold that. He's
sure he can't hold that. And he's gone off track.
Yeah.
And that is disaster for the former world champion, Kenan Sofuoglu.
Well, I wouldn't say it's disaster.
Well, it is for the race. He's not going to catch that up in time.
No, he's definitely not going to catch it up for the race. But I mean, like, if it had crashed, it would have been a disaster. He had to try. He had to try something. That's where he thought he could do it. But it's perhaps not the smartest move because he'd already run on once in the braking. His bike in the braking area is not that strong, in my opinion. It never is. It always runs a bit.
As he comes to the last corner. Comes down the straight, off the pegs, and waves to his team to take the checkered flag as they go back to winning ways. Lascourse takes second, and Sofoglu is actually surprisingly celebrating because he knows as much as he can do, I think.
Yeah, at last we're back at the top of the table after leading after the first round in Phillip Island, and after round 2 we slipped back, but it's just been a long time getting the gap back because it's always us 3 guys up here and it's hard to draw the points back. But it was a great race, a lot harder than I'm used to in Ireland, I have to say, but I just kept at the front and wait for my moment to go. I was watching the TVs around the track just to see what the gap was and which order the 2 were behind me, and then I made my move and I got a substantial gap, and that was enough. The bike was good at the end of the race. The tyre was still good. I can't really complain, so just have to say great job, team. Let's all head back to the truck for debriefing and cocktails.
So congratulations to Eugene Laverty, a faultless performance and one which takes him to 5 victories and, more importantly, the championship lead. Sofoglu, try as he might, just couldn't get on level terms with his rivals, but it's clear that the 3 of them will go all the way to the final round at Magny-Cours, France. Next, it's the Czech Republic in Brno. Well, what a birthday weekend for Max Biaggi. Another double win makes it 4 in a row and 8 wins in total for the ever-popular Italian. The next round is one of his favourites, as he always seems to win in Brno in the Czech Republic. But he won't be counting his chickens before they're hatched, as Haslam, Checker and now Corsa will be hot on his heels again as we head to round 9 in a few weeks' time. 37 points is the biggest lead of the championship so far in 2010. To find out if you can hold on to it, join me, Jonathan Green, next time round.